Hey YouTube! Today is Wednesday, August the 14th, 2013, and guess what I'm gonna do for you? Yes, I'm gonna bring you some news today! Alright, so let's jump right into it today. We've got Johnny Gooden out of Maryland who claims that he is the adoptive son of Barack and Michelle Obama. Mr. Gooden claims that the Obama family contacted him on Facebook and notified him that they wanted to adopt him. So as the newly adopted son of the Obama family, what do? Well, of course, the first thing you do is go to a bank and try to access their account. Mr. Gooden enters a bank in College Station, Maryland. He walks up to the cashiers and tells them he'd like some of that presidential money. And I'm not even trying to make a stimulus package joke. The teller then informs him that the president nor the first lady actually have an account at the bank. But like any good crazy person that makes it on the weird news, he has to refuse to leave the bank. Police get called, weed gets found, but I'm sure his adoptive parents will get him out of that mess pretty quick. Next up, how many times have you just been trying to peacefully relax on the beach, just out there catching some rays, when all of a sudden you get penis to the face? Well, apparently that's becoming a common concern in Venice, Florida. A man's running around on the beach down there exposing himself to complete strangers. And now he's actually left a note for his victims as well. Now currently police don't know exactly who they're looking for, but they do have a general description of the man, who is in his 30s or 40s and around 5'7", 170 pounds, and he has a tattoo on his upper right arm. And in celebrity news today, Katy Perry is such a thief. Yes, Katy Perry has released a new single called Roar, and audiences immediately noticed a striking similarity between it and a song called Brave from Sara. Bareilles? Hey, I don't actually listen to this stuff. I just report it. I only listen to good music. Now, I did happen to assault my ears for a few minutes to listen to both of the songs, and honestly, there's not that much of a similarity between the two. There is more of a similarity, however, between Katy Perry's video for the song Roar and a music video by Dillon for the song Messages. Still not enough, in my opinion, to really be considered plagiarism, especially since Vanilla Ice can get away with stealing the opening to Under Pressure, but it could still hurt the fan base nonetheless. So what do you think about this? Is Katy Perry a thief, or is it just the producers that are responsible for this? Let me know down in the comment section below. Next up for you today, coming out of San Francisco, some rice-a-roni! The San Francisco treat. And also credit card theft! Yes, 22-year-old Jolene DeMisa was dining at Ray's Crab Shack. Everything was going well. She pays for her meal, but when the waitress brings back her credit card, she gives her the wrong one. Instead of doing what most logical people would have done and inform the waitress, hey, you gave me the wrong credit card, she decides it's time for a shopping spree. Now, once the real card holder realizes the mistake, she calls and tries to cancel her credit card. That's when she's told that there's already been charges made on the card at the mall directly across the street. The restaurant owner was able to pull up surveillance footage and get a clear image of Miss DeMisa. The card owner and the police then happen to go over to the mall in search of her, where she is found and then promptly given a new accessory to go with the outfits that she bought, a beautiful matching pair of metal bracelets. And lastly for you today, it's a little early to go ahead and crown a winner this year, but we do have a very strong candidate for Parent of the Year. That's because Jose Garcia Jr. decides to be a great father and take his wife and his daughter to the local swimming pool. But of course it would be absolutely no fun there unless you got drunk first, right? Fellow motorists called police and said that they had seen Garcia behind the wheel drinking from a whiskey bottle. Police arrive and they do in fact find an empty whiskey bottle laying on the passenger side floor. Now Garcia's wife did as all good wives should, and she did take up for her man. She says that on the way to the pool, Garcia never drank and drove, that he only drank from the whiskey bottle while he was stopped at red lights. Unfortunately, that's not a loophole. Garcia was then placed under arrest for neglect of a child, failure to use a child restraint, consumption of alcohol in a motor vehicle, and driving while suspended. Parenting win! So that's all I have today for August the 14th, 2013. This has been Disgruntled Minion reporting, and until next time, let's love one another.